friends, this time we will have an interview in English. So please tell me, Miguel, what are you doing here? What are you doing in Romania? And who are you?
Okay, my name is Miguel Casas and I'm from Colombia. And I was traveling in Europe the last couple of months. I was in Poland when the war, the Ukrainian-Russian war started. So I decided to come here to help as a volunteer. I was first just traveling around in some towns like Bucharest and Suceava, like leaving supplies in the train station for the refugees. And then I came here to
Isaccea.
Yeah,
we are here near the border, the Romanian-Ukrainian border at Isaccea.
Now, also bringing supplies and helping as a volunteer with helping whatever need the refugees. So that's about what I'm doing here in Romania.
What are you?
I'm 26 years.
26, okay.
I'm 25, I'm turning 26 this year.
Wonderful. And you said that you were in Poland. What for?
I was just in December I came to Europe, just I wanted to travel a little. And I was in Belgium, Germany, Lithuania, Poland. Still as a volunteer also. And then the war started. Also Poland has the border with Ukraine, so refugees start getting actual to the hostel, so you can see with your eyes what was happening, so I came here.
Okay. Maybe some people will ask, look, why are you without masks? Why are you so close? The pandemic is not
over.
At the end. So tell me, are you a vaccinated person?
Yeah, I vaccinated last year in September, my first shot, second shot in October.
Okay, and I have 3 shots.
Yeah,
I have also the third one. We are without symptoms, without anything.
Yeah, no,
it's a very low chance to have the virus. Anyway, congratulations for your decision to help the volunteers, but what are the reasons to do so? Why did you think?
Yeah, I get you. Well, I'm come from Colombia, and Colombia is also a very problematic and hectic country. We had a lot of wars, a lot of conflict, and it's where violence sometimes is the solution for everything. And there is a lot of humanitarian crisis in Colombia. So when the war started here and you start listening and hearing all that's happening, and you're just this close, you just feel it's weird, home, this is happening, I can help. So it was just that. I felt the conflict feels so personal. Because all my experience in Colombia, feels like just another problem that could happen in Colombia. So I just said, let's come here and help. It seemed personal.
What did you find here? How was your experience here with the Ukrainians, with the volunteers, with the people who are trying to help?
The first thing is the people here in Romania and also the Ukrainians, and everyone, it's been really nice and helpful with everything, not only with the Ukrainians but with people that's trying to help, trying to put the best effort to organize. I say that because it's a nice effort, but I think another thing is it's really unorganized. I was in Bucharest, and they have in the train station, they have a couple of 4 rooms, I think, and the coordination, it's really decentralized. So in some places they will ask you for something, and in other places they will tell you, no, we don't need that, we need this. And then in other places, no, we don't need that, neither of those things. we need another thing. So it's been nice, but sometimes when you're just like, you just arrive and say, okay, I want to help, how can I help? You're kind of lost. Like here in the border, actually, it's really more straightforward because the people is just arriving here. Like there's like a protocol, let's do this, like this, like this. I think like probably here is more, there's more participation of the government. I don't know, but like
Yes.
in the train station, at least in Bucharest, it seemed like it was their own thing. Like each room was their own little government.
In Bucharest at the Gara de Nord.
Yeah, and North Station.
Yeah,
in
North
Bucharest.
Station. There were in the first 2 weeks at least there were mostly volunteers from NGOs, and then the authorities came. And here it's a mixture. Here at Vama Isakcha, it's a mixture between NGOs who are doing an extraordinary work and governmental facilities and people from the government who try to help.
Yeah, makes sense. First, it's a border. Like you have to check the people that's entering. So, but other than that, it's been really nice, been really helpful. There's a lot of people of everywhere, like Italians, Spanish. Like I'm here. I've met like a Brazilian in Bucharest.
US.
Of course, the US. A couple of people of the US, Greeks. I also met like another Colombian in Bucharest that he was like working and traveling, and he like probably this week is helping there in Bucharest. So yeah, it's been nice.
What was your impression about refugees? How did you feel when you saw them? And those children, those people with 2 bags and trying to run from this bloody war.
Okay, it's a lot of things to process because the first refugees I saw they were from I met them in Poland, back in Warsaw.
Yeah.
And most of them like were not actually Ukrainians. That it was people that was living in Ukraine but like fled, like people from Kenya, Nigeria, India, Africa. And that was
some of them also in Romania. I know.
But that was the first time I meet like the refugees, and it was really hard and like breaking because I remember I was in a night shift. It was 10 p.m. It was cold 9. There was a lot of people arriving, and you have to check them in, like try to help them. And like I was saying, okay, let's just wait me a second, let's wait me 10 minutes while I do this. Like I checked this first person, and they were like, we've been waiting like for 10 hours. Like we were walking at least for a couple of days now. We haven't slept. So it was really, really hard. I think that was something that pushed me. It was, I have. Here, it's a little, actually, it's a little, it's been less hard. It's still like painful to watch, but like the help that they get, like I have seen, like people is more comfortable here. Like, okay, we arrive, like the place here in the port, like you have your places, let's give them water, tea, food. So they feel more comfortable. And also here in Romania, we actually just met like pure Ukrainians, not a lot of people of other countries that fled Ukraine.
Ukrainian citizens.
Yeah, Ukrainian citizens. It's been a roller coaster because also like here, like the people seems like more hopeful, even though the situation. Like for example, you see, like we were talking yesterday with some people, and they arrived like children arrive here with no adult supervision, with no parents.
Yes.
And it's like that's fucking tragic. But we were with an American guy, and he was like filming, and they just are like happy and hopeful and like looking for the best. Like the children, just like 20 children with no one, just like going like this, like
Yeah.
like making out of the best.
28 children without parents. And one
In last week it was like
135
Yeah.
in a week.
So yeah, also like that's really
Children without parents. They are coming here, and of course the authorities and the NGOs try to get them and to offer them not only food and shelter, but also humankind.
yeah.
And also kindness, let's say.
Yeah, so
Hey, how are you doing? There's a child here. There are families here. We are in a kind of a motel or something.
yeah.
Yeah. There are some families from Ukraine who are also staying here. Tell me a little bit how we met.
Okay, that's really actually like this will like connect with your probably next interview, because I was just going around like I was just going around to the metro the train stations. Like they in a lot of cities they have checkpoints to receive the people of Ukraine. So I was just going around like leaving supplies there, like water, food, and I was staying in a hostel in Bucharest, and heard like there was this American guy talking, and he was saying, "I'm going to Odessa, to Ukraine, like in a couple of weeks." He was saying like, and I started talking with him like, "Hey, I'm if you're going to Odessa, like I'm actually going to that border, the east border in Romania, here in this town. We could go together. Like I'm trying to help." And I will stay in the border, and you can cross and like also like send supplies. So I met this guy. We were like for a couple of days working in Bucharest, like with the supplies, and then we came here. We go to Tulsa. We arrived there. We didn't know how to get here to Isaksha. So we one guy in the train station told us like go there, like that way there's some vans, some buses that can take you there, and we were just lost and just walking around, and he was just paying his ticket for the bus, and we asked him like, this go to there, and he said yeah. We were about to pay, and they tell us like we don't receive cards, and we only had like the credit card. And he said, I will pay yours. And then we just start talking like, yeah, I've been in Bucharest like helping. And we say, we do like, you show us a picture of one guy, and we were working with that guy also like the day before.
A volunteer.
Yeah, volunteer from Bucharest.
Yeah. North Station.
And we just start like in the trip from Tulsa to here. We were just like talking and exploring to
skiing things and buying things for refugees and
exactly.
So on.
And then we came to the border. He delivers the supplies. Then we came back to this motel and like planned to the other day, go back to Tulsa, buy more supplies, come back, help. That's how we met.
It was a very nice moment when I offered you plant tuna.
It was, yeah, because I'm vegan, and I've been like in Europe, like it's not bad, but my special and eating just been all over the place. Sometimes I just eat once in the day. came to the room and say, "Hey, I have a gift for you," and he said, "I have tuna." And I was like, "Oh well, whatever. I cannot eat that." And he said, "It's vegan tuna," and I'm like, "Wow, vegan tuna here! Like, I'm gonna make the shit out of a lot of sandwiches with that." It was really nice.
Yeah, it was amazing to find out that you are a vegan too, and yeah. And we have an American friend who said after
After the
ate,
eating, yeah,
after he ate the plant tuna, he said, "Okay, I'm going vegan." Convinced me to go vegan also because it's so tasty and so good. Yeah, it's obvious that we have similar values, humanitarian values, and even caring for animals.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
because I'm vegan for
Animal rights.
ethical reasons. Yeah, animal rights. It's good for environment. It's good for our health, and it's good for animals, of course. But yeah, it's a very sad thing that we met during a war.
Yeah,
We met during a huge drama, a huge tragedy, humanitarian tragedy.
Human crisis.
There are human crisis. Yeah, there are more than 3 million Ukrainians, people from Ukraine, who left the country already in just 3 weeks. About
It's
3
almost
weeks.
a month now. Next week will be a month.
Yeah, and but what is amazing is that a lot of good people are trying to help.
Yeah, it's kind of sad that only when this happens, we united. It's kind of sad. Like also because we were talking yesterday because this has been this could be prevented. This like everyone knows from not everyone, like anyone that follows like the Cold War and the post-Cold War could knew like this is a problem. This region it's a problem, and this will be a problem. And most countries knew about this, and it's kind of sad that it took us here like we now have to clean up the mess.
Yeah,
That could be preventable.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's a huge problem with dictators.
Yeah.
It's very hard to deal with them. And Putin, you know, it's a dictator for more than 2 decades in Russia. And of course, we had the feeling that somehow Putin is aggressive. Putin might attack Ukraine. Putin sends a threat for the whole region. But it's very hard to negotiate with a dictator. It's very, very hard. We'll see. We hope that this war will end as soon as possible. We hope that somehow the casualties will stop and no more dead civilians will, because there are so many deaths among the civilians. But anyway, it's wonderful that a lot of good people are trying to help. And at the end of this discussion, please send a message to people to be involved somehow. What would you say to some people in order to convince them to help?
I don't know. I'm awful trying to convince people, but like for me, and this is always like. For everyone, I'm just like trying to. I remember yesterday, I was just reading a lot of things, and I think like the best way to pursue happiness is like helping others. Like that really fills you when you like apart yourself. You are not part of the equation, but you're trying to make someone else like happier, like make someone less. I would say like try to donate to. There's a lot of places to donate, like on GIS, the Red Cross, Red Cross here in Romania, in Poland, in Moldova. If you can just send like if you're here in Romania or in those places, there's probably places where you can send food, water, supplies, medicine. just I think it's really important to always keep like we say this a lot in Colombia because we go a lot in strikes because the government is awful also there, like almost a dictatorship, a lot of civilian casualties in protests, and we say like we go to the streets and protest and make like the physical act, the things that we can do and help. Like here, we are making the physical act of helping, but always remember that there's another places where you can help. That is like being informed, voting. Like today, like this year, we will vote in Colombia. So it's also important to do the physical stuff, like go help, be about act. So vote, choose your leaders like wisely, and that's probably what I'd say.
And spread information.
Yeah, spread the right information.
Spread information, spread the values, and the most important thing, humanity.
Yeah.
And maybe one more word about how cold it's here.
Oh, it's fucking cold. It's actually, I've been in Lithuania. Lithuania, it was like minus 13 degrees. And I was like there because it was just cold. But here, beside the Danube, the river, and the wind, it's like probably like between -1 and 6 degrees. So it's not that bad, but the river and the wind, it's cold. When you're just standing in the port doing nothing, you are like dying. Like you're just waiting for more people to come and to do something to help because you're moving. But it's really cold.
Yeah. The people who come from Ukraine are not coming. They are coming from 2 hours or 3 hours over the Danube.
Yeah.
So there are some moments when there is nothing to do. You just have to wait the next transport over the Danube with the ship. And that, yes, those winds. Yeah,
those moments are the best. You feel like you're gonna get a hypothermia. Yeah.
And the wonderful thing is that and the authorities provide help and shelter and food not only for people, but also for animals.
Yeah, that's really nice. There's there's the tents. There are tents for people, for medicine, for food, for shelter, and there's also a tent for animals.
Yeah,
it's really nice.
Thank you very much for watching us. Thank you very much, Miguel. I hope you the best during your life, and I hope that this experience will you a lot of very interesting and important thoughts and feelings. And the fact that you are here is amazing. Trying to help these refugees, trying to help along with other people from US, Italy, UK, Switzerland, Spain, and of course with Romanian volunteers, Romanian NGOs and Romanian authorities who are trying to do their best in order to help, in order to be human, in order to help other people. Thank you very much. See you soon.